is a social outcast. He's a fucking hermit. He can never even go to a club or bar without looking like the biggest fucking weirdo known to man. I've wrote a book. I've helped fucking tens of thousands of people change their lives. I've done a lot in my life. You have done nothing, so all you see is nothing. What do I think about all this Epstein shit? All your heroes are chomo, lame, weirdo, fucks, and people like me, the only real ones left. Listen, bro, it's simple. Can I get a few bands, my guy? This guy has a picture of a family. Like, he has a fucking family. Oh my God. Let's run it. Fresh and fit, panel of girls, fresh, hit me up. But like, honestly, it's always been easy for me. My brain works well. Your guys' doesn't because you're just...
Well, guys, it looks like that we are back here yet again with the Peginator himself, the one and only Wesley Peg Watson, and we have a pretty good one today, because this man right here has just been all over the fucking place. And the last time that we covered this complete clown that is getting a new face tattoo every single video, we saw him hanging out with Jack Doherty, acting like a complete and utter dipshit, screaming about the haters constantly, and getting a tattoo of his new girlfriend's name after only being with her for 2 weeks.
You guys like made up some weird reality where like your stupid family and your fucked up shit, your ugly ass kids matter. Like literally, you don't even like them. Like your kids, your bitch. I think we both have like drug problems in the past, you know?
Or his is like pretty recent, but yeah.
Mine maybe too, but whatever. Like most motherfucking dudes have a bitch that nags them, have the family they don't even fucking want, the kids were mistakes, and it just is what it is.
So as I'm sure you can tell, it was really quite the video, full of countless stupid moments. And the stupid moments appear to only have continued to move forward, with not only Wesley, but also his team, where apparently he's not going to be the only one that has been facing jail time when it comes to taking a look at his old team members. And since my last video, we have seen some canon AMU events occur, like Trained by Meth having the most accurate troll name of all time, since he just got arrested for some drug charges, and Big Mike getting a little bit too freaky deaky and getting some stalking charges. So with these different things occurring, with people who used to be on his little elite team, I can only assume that it has been making Wesley a little bit nervous about his own possible upcoming jail time, and might have been the thing that inspired him to go ahead and do a little house tour with Vlad TV. And during this house tour, it featured moments like this right here, where it seems that good old Peggy was trying to get a little bit of good publicity, where you can tell that Wes seems to be a bit humbled, or at least is trying to act like it.
That was a problem with my message at the beginning. I was telling everyone that what I was doing was so right, but we need people to be able to have balance, be able to be the connection. Connecting with Vlad today, it gave everyone so much energy. Him coming down here, everyone's pumped. We're gonna go out later tonight on a yacht. We're gonna go have fun. And it's just cool to connect with cool people in life. What we release, most completely we possess. So if you really release love to them, you'll feel love. And if you release hate to them, you'll feel that. So just watch what you release to people because you'll feel that.
And even though for the most part, the little house tour just featured a lot of moments like this, where Wes, again, was trying to appear humble, and it seemed was trying to farm some good publicity for himself. But of course, since it's Wesley that we're talking about, it also featured some goofy-ass moments, like this one right here, where he himself was also getting a little too freaky deaky, like Big Mike must have been doing.
I'll probably fuck her on the couch right there later just because. Hey, clip pour music in right now. Wow, stand up, baby, come here. Oh my God.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
And after he did this whole little house tour, I figured that we wouldn't be hearing too much from him again, and that he'd be going silent once more like he has been for the past couple of weeks, since his court case is using any and all videos that he ends up posting. But right after putting on this little humble speech and going on about how you need to watch what you put out there because it will come back, this motherfucker decided to do a Q&A and defaulted into the same old Wesley Peg Watson that we've always known, where Peggy here proceeded to get a couple of questions that he didn't really like, and proceeded to get mad where he ranted about a variety of things. And it started with this question right here, where someone was calling him out for going to the club every day and just shopping, and how it seemed like a sad life. And he had to go on about how they haven't done shit with their life, and then proceeded to list all of his own accomplishments just to try to put him down.
Having money just means you go to the club every day and shop. Seems like a sad life. No, you watching a man who you don't know and then commenting on his life to him is very sad though. because we know you've not done shit, okay? I've wrote a book. I've helped tens of thousands of people change their lives. I've done a lot in my life. You have done nothing, so all you see is nothing. You see having money, and you see that I'm just going to the club and shopping. Those are the fruits of my labor. I killed it so hard at changing lives that I can just go to the club every day and shop. Lame motherfucker. Wake up, stupid.
So as you can tell, it got him pretty damn upset, and it really was quite the turnaround to go from saying this right here.
What we release, most completely we possess. So if you really release love to them, you'll feel love. And if you release hate to them, you'll feel that. So just watch what you release to people, because you'll feel that.
To then being out here calling people lame motherfuckers on his Instagram story. And this, of course, was just the beginning, because he then proceeded to get even more questions and even more responses, basically calling him out for just being a complete and utter hypocrite, and going back on everything that he used to preach and just dropping his whole message. And his response was just to go on to get even more angry, do a lot more ranting, and to basically cry and moan about how he never wanted to be in fitness, and he never wanted to be a fitness guy, even though his name was Wes Watson fucking fit. So I don't know what he's yapping about, but I think he's just upset at this point and is a broken man.
So this is probably one of those guys who is a social outcast. He's a fucking hermit. He can never even go to a club or bar without looking like the biggest fucking weirdo known to man. A lot of the fitness people are very awkward. They're not like the most social people, hence why they just like flex too much and talk about themselves and working out and shit. I still wasn't like that. I never wanted to be a fitness person. Fitness is part of your life. You can't not be fit, or you'd be living a whack life. I'm glad I spent so much time being fit. I still eat proper macros. I still work out. I still do everything. But I'm just not making it the massive priority in my life that it was before to get so jacked. Already done that. It didn't seem very useful. And second part is going to clubs and bars and the nightlife in Miami is so much more beneficial than a gym. I never met anyone that was so awesome in a gym, ever, not once. But at these places, when I go out, I meet a lot of amazing people. So it is what it is. The thing, I didn't stop working out, but a lot of you guys just jump to that conclusion because I don't post workouts as much anymore. I don't want to be known as a fitness guy. I'm a life coach. I help people change their life. Tony Robbins doesn't show his workout every day in the gym. I realized that I was selling myself short and my level of consciousness and how much knowledge I possess short by making people believe I was just some low-level fitness coach. So I stopped posting the fitness. Is fitness needed? Of course. Do I still help people with training, nutrition, and mindset? Of course. But I'm a life coach. I'm not a fitness coach.
So at this point, this guy just actually can't help himself. Even when he's trying to look humble and when he's trying to do the good promotion for himself so that he doesn't look like this lunatic roid head who's constantly crashing out in court, he then just turns around the very next day and starts doing this shit to where he's shit-talking people, being mad, and is now saying that he's not a fitness guy, even though it's now real coincidental that he started doing this and saying he's not into fitness, after it appears that he got off of all the roid usage and lost all of his size. So now that he's smaller, he no longer wants to be this fitness guy, but instead wants to be a life coach and has always just been this life coach, and can't accept that he's gone back on everything that he preached and even convinced people to pay him money in order to learn. And on top of all of that, I don't even know what the fuck he's gonna teach anybody when all he's doing is just going to the club, hanging out with strippers, and getting drunk every night. Like, I don't know what kind of life coaching you're gonna be doing where you're teaching people to do that, but it doesn't seem like some very good life coaching at all. And this is nowhere near where all of these little mini crash outs even began to end, because he then also had just some weird little meth head rants like this one right here, where he's talking about how his brain just works better than everybody else.
What kind of grades did I have in high school? I tested as a genius when I was like 12. Like the very first test on like 9th grade, it was like the English where you do like, you have to get like a 6. And like the math, you have to get like a 6, you know, and you get like a 12 is like perfect score. Or you like, if you got a 3 and a 3, you at least pass. Babe, shut up! I'm doing my video. Close the door at least. So basically, on the stupid test, there was like a math problem, and like, what time does this bus or this train go to this place, and what it come to this time? You know, like
that
Okay, if a train leaves at 35 miles an hour, it's got 3.5 hours drive, and has X amount of stops, what time does it arrive at the place? I basically wrote like a fucking Goodwill Hunting fucking shit on a piece of paper where it was like this fucking long ass equation, and like the bottom, I like was like, okay, this is it, and circled it, and they're like, what the fuck? Why are you so smart? But like, honestly, it's always been easy for me. My brain works well. Your guys' doesn't because you're just...
I'm retarded?
And I'm gonna be honest, I don't have a fucking clue what the hell he was talking about throughout half of that clip, or why he just started going on a yapathon about a train math problem that he created, or how that correlates to his brain just working better and how he's a genius. But we're just gonna let it be. We'll let him just live in that delusion, because when he also wasn't ranting about that, he was also shit-talking people for not having 10 bands and how they wouldn't deserve to hang out with him or be in a room, and how they are basically just not worthy because they didn't make that amount of money to just spend and waste on him.
Okay, nowadays there's few things you could do. But I mean, if you don't have a big following online, which is a good space for people to sell and make money, then you're asked out on that. If you don't have like a massive skill set that we can monetize, then you're asked out on that. I mean, just because your mom thinks you're cute or cool or anything doesn't matter, so fuck that. And then if you don't have 10 bands, then what the fuck can you even do? If in 2026 you don't have 10 bands to get in a room you want to be in, there's a huge problem. And it's just is what it is. Like, you need to have value. You need to be able to figure this out. I wouldn't consider myself valuable enough to be in a room with me unless I fucking had money to get in the room. I mean, just that's what it comes down to. Sometimes you get lucky and you're around people or this or that happens, but that's not your situation. You're trying to expedite the process, so you're going to have to pay to play.
And it's probably a good thing that this guy didn't actually have 10 bands to give to Wes, because right now, the only thing he'd probably have him do is take the rest of his money after he takes his 10, and just start throwing it at strippers in the strip club. And that little line at the end, talking about pay to play, is probably the exact line that his new little girlfriend hit him with when he actually met her. Because after he got through with this full-on yapathon and mini crash outs that he went on, he then started to answer questions about his new girlfriend, where we found out that she is not only 21 years old when Wes is 40, but he also met her at Kiki's, aka the club that he's constantly going to. So we're really checking off the gold digger boxes with this one, and you can tell that he knows so because he instantly starts defending the fact that she's only 21 when he says it.
How old is Megan? Megan just turned 21, so I mean, perfect age, because these other chicks are old as shit, and I'm just not trying to be... Do you guys realize like a 21-year-old is like older than a 42-year-old? If we're talking women to men. We met at Kiki on the River because that's where bad bitches go. They don't go to space. They don't go to Live. They don't go to wherever the these other places are. I don't even know what other clubs here. There's Habibi and there's Kiki, and those are where the only hot chicks are. There's no hot chicks anywhere else. I've been to these places. I don't even know why they still are even open. Like, the girls they have in there, it's just so maddeningly horrendous. I can't even fathom what the they're even open for. But yeah, Habibi, Kiki, you meet hot chicks there. So I met Megan there. And I was there with a hot ass chick. I was with a hot chick, met Megan there, told her to come with me. Then we ended up at like Mona, and I spent like a shitload of money for like, I was just having a good old time. And yeah, people were like, oh, they're only in it for the money. Dude, if you think I'm just money, you don't even have your eyes open. Have you seen how fucking gorgeous I am? Holy shit. The biggest difference is she actually likes me. You can tell she actually like loves me. Like I can tell. It makes me feel kind of stupid that I was with all these other chicks that obviously didn't. But those type of chicks can't even love anything. They don't love themselves. They were strippers or sex workers or whatever I find out later that they're hookers. Like when you guys were like, oh, you're with this hooker. I never found a girl and said, I'm going to pay this hooker. In Miami, you'll meet like a chick and she ends up being a hooker. Like, she's just not one. She actually has like a good relationship with her dad. It's pretty cool. The other day she goes, oh, you can never be my Valentine because my dad's always going to be my Valentine.
No, I said that we're going to share.
Was it? No, but that was cool. I like that. I'm like, fuck yeah, keep your dad. Your dad, I should earn the spot more. But a lot of the women who don't like their father or they don't have a relationship or they can't respect men. So if they don't respect their dad, they can't really respect men to begin with. And you get these girls who think they're like boss bitches and shit, and they just ain't doing shit. They're busted and they're stupid and they fucking just end up sucking dick and get fucked for a living.
And yeah, there you have it. Wes is sitting there, randomly running defense for why she's not a gold digger and apparently about how she's not a hooker. I don't know why he felt the need to go on the hooker rant or why to run that defense, but you can clearly tell that he himself can probably tell that something is off, and she's kind of there for the money considering all of the factors around this. But you gotta love how he says he wasn't trying to go after strippers or hookers, and it just happened, even though we had him in a couple videos back talking about how his type of woman is a stripper and how that's why he's going to the strip clubs. So this guy is just all over the place, and it's downright ridiculous. And I just can't think of a better place to end this video for today, with that rant right there. So if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like and join the Saints Mafia where we are flaming all of these clowns. And I'm out. Watching Wesley Watson defend his girl and just make himself look foolish as he's constantly getting humbled. And peace.
It's the same password for all phones.
No, now we went down to 2 phones.
I got 2 because I
Third
gave
one now I got the third.
I gave her one of my iPhone, new iPhones. If people saw this phone, they're like, "You don't even have a new phone, bro." I have 2 of the newest phones. I talk on the cheaper old one, so all my fucking shit's in the old one.